Hey, single mothers, please step to the right. And single fathers, step to the left. Okay. So recently, a very good friend of mine who I really respect sent me a message and she was quite upset with me. She said, I don't seem to enjoy your content lately. You seem to be bashing single parents, and I'm not a single parent by choice. And I agree. So after some much reflection, and she knows my history. So after some reflection, I did tell her, I said, because I've put so much content on YouTube for single parents, I assume everybody here has seen that content. Every year when I teach on family life, it's a 6-week teaching I do. I spend 2 weeks talking to single parents on what they can do to raise great children. So I'm going to tell you 10 things you can do as a single parent to ensure that your children grow up well and grow up positioned in such a way that they will be a joy, and in some cases may outrun children who grew up with both parents who were not intentional. And let me say this for the record and to all my single mothers out there who may have been upset. I was raised by a single mother, and I respect and love single mothers. I understand very well what they go through, and I know what the issues are. So here we go. Number one, as a single parent, if you want to raise children who are strong, children who understand life, and children who can beat the odds, you need to introduce reading. It may sound funny, but as a parent, the first thing you need to do to ensure that your sons and daughters are able to grow into the best they can ever be is to introduce reading. Why do I say introduce reading? Because once your child can read and develops the habit of reading, they can find solutions to their problems. Because every single problem you will face in life, the answer is hidden in a book. So the first thing is introduce reading. Reduce screen time, introduce reading. Make sure that reading, they get rewards for reading. For instance, with my son, you want video game time, you have to be able to read a certain number of chapters. You want to be able to do this, finish this book. Make sure that your children learn to read hard copy books. Number two, invest in your personal healing. As a single mother, the best gift, why do I keep saying single mother? As a single parent, the best gift you can give to yourself is to heal. It's the best gift. I don't know how else to say it. Until you heal, you cannot be the best parent to your children. So you need to heal physically, you need to heal emotionally, and then you need to heal spiritually. Maybe if you ask a question and it's of interest, I'll go a little bit deeper into that. But invest in your healing. Heal from whatever brought you to the point of being a single parent, whether it was death, whether it was separation, or whether it was abandonment. Make sure you bring yourself to a point where you have healed. You can't be a good parent if you have not healed. Number three, look for responsible allies. What my mom did that helped us was that she looked for allies in the community that could help raise us. I remember that the person who taught me to knot a tie was not my father. It was an uncle. So what you need to understand is that look for allies. Where do you find allies? Be very purposeful at looking for responsible people in the schools that your children attend, in the church that your children attend, and amongst your relatives. It could be your nephew, it could be your cousin, but find responsible uncles, responsible aunties, and as much as you can, find a responsible family that you are close to, that have a father and mother, that sometimes your child can go and spend time there. It gives them an option of seeing what a double parent household looks like. So look for allies. And then the next thing I would say, which is number 4, is that you need to create traditions. One of the things that my mom did for all of us that makes us remember home and want to come home is that there were traditions around so many things. What do I mean by traditions? It could be roasting of corn on Saturday night. It could be taking a walk on specific days. It can be how you celebrate your birthdays of the children. It doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't have to be expensive, but what you need to understand, and please get this clearly, what you need to understand is that your children should have a warm memory about something that you do together. One of the things that we used to do for a long time was on Saturdays, we'll sit on the floor at home and all eat from the same bowl and laugh and chat and have a nice time. The fact that you are a single parent does not mean you cannot create low-cost traditions that your children will remember. Number 5, get your finances in check. Get your finances in check. Learn about money. Most people don't understand money. Most people just believe I must work hard, get money, and then I will be fine. No, learn about money and teach your children about money. Let them understand why we save, how to spend, how to create a budget. If you begin to do that with the children, even when they are young, their understanding and their demands will change. I say all the time, live within your means. Never send your children to a school that you have to fast and pray to pay their fees. If you are sending your children to a school that you have to fast and pray for money to pay their fees, you are sending them to a school that is too expensive. Number 6, when it comes to discipline, reduce the beating from age 9 and rather do a lot more. Reduce the beating and shouting, because a lot of the time, single parents, especially single mothers, you do shouting very well. Reduce the beating and shouting from age 9 and begin to have conversations and punishments that come along with breaking the rules. So, for instance, the child should understand that if I do this, this is the punishment that comes. And the punishment should not be instant. So you may agree that tomorrow you are going to clean all the louver blades in the house, or you are going to be scrubbing the bathroom, or something. There should be a punishment, but let beating and shouting leave. And there should always be a discussion, a calm discussion before you go ahead to punish the child. Now, number 7, don't badmouth the other parents. Big one. No matter how useless the other parent is, no matter how irresponsible the other parent is, never let the child hear from your mouth you disrespecting their father or their mother who is not around. Because inadvertently, what you do is that you turn that person into a hero who they ultimately pursue. Running out of time. Number 8. Number 7 was don't badmouth. Number 8, be positive. You can't always be walking around, I'm the only parent, I'm just struggling, there are problems, and this life is hard. Be a positive person. Learn about positive thinking. Say positive things. Deal with situations. Let problems bring about laughter. I remember back in the day, whenever we came back home with either a bad result or a bill that needs to be paid, my mom will smile and laugh and she'll say, God has got us. Some way, somehow, we are going to get through this. So be positive, speak life, create an image in the child's mind that makes them realize that their future is going to be great. Let them understand that they can be anything and everything they want to be, and continue like that. Then that brings me to where am I? Number 9. I said I'm going to give you 10, right? Number 9, introduce God. I'm a person of faith. Let your children have a relationship with God, not religion. Introduce God. Let your children have a relationship with God. Number 10, plan for life without the children. The children are going to leave the home someday. You're probably going to have them for the next 5, 10, or 15 years, and they will be gone. You don't want to be that mother who is always going to live with one child or another and create problems in their home, or that father that is always demanding that the children come and pick you up. So realize that the children are temporary residents in your home, and they will leave someday. So when they leave, please make a plan for what you are going to do. I said 10. But let me give you a last one, number 11. put a pause on romantic relationships, especially when you start raising single children, until they are grounded and they are in a sound place. Introducing different men or different women into the home only goes further to destabilize what you are trying to do with the children. So this means that you may have to pause your search for love for a couple of years before you do that. This is what I think. What do you think? It's a long one. Please ask questions in the comments. I promise I will respond. And please be kind to me. God bless. Uncle Josh is out. Bye-bye.